By the time you get to a certain age, there are certain things you're expected to have achieved, especially as you're a lady in her late 20s or in your early 30s. The society, even the culture, your family, there are things, there are some certain levels they expect you to have achieved. As a lady, probably you should be married or have kids, and if you're a career person, there are some extent or level you're expected to have achieved. However, in my case, when I turned 30, I decided to go back to medical school. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys the reason why I decided to go back to medical school when I turned 30. So if this is something you would like to watch, make sure you watch to the end. Hello lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adi and I am an incoming third-year medical student currently studying in the Philippines. So I basically create content about my journey as an adult medical student. I also create content about my life as a Nigerian and as a foreigner living in Philippines. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always watching my videos. I see you guys comments, I see all the love you guys show me. Like, I am super grateful. And if you have not subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please click the subscribe button to get subscribed, okay? Without wasting much of your time, let's just jump right into the video. So just a little bit of a backdrop, I actually completed my high school or secondary school in 2006, after which I proceeded to write the JAMB and post-JAMB examination. So if you're not Nigerian, actually JAMB and post-JAMBs are exams we write after high school to be able to be admitted into the college or into a university. So at that time, I actually wanted to study pharmacy, but I already explained the process of JAMB and post-JAMB, how it works, and in case you've not watched that video, I'm just going to link it in the description box, so make sure to watch it. After I completed my JAMB and my post-JAMB, unfortunately I was not able to get admitted into the course I wanted to study at that time. Actually, I wanted to study pharmacy, but how the JAMB system works, I was not able to get in. I was given biochemistry. I was given an alternative course, biochemistry, to study. I had two plans actually. The plan was to write the JAMB and post-JAMB again by the time I got into first year of biochemistry, and the second plan was after I complete the first year in biochemistry, I would switch to pharmacy. But at the end of the day, these two plans, they didn't work out. So I ended up studying biochemistry and I graduated in 2012. Actually, we completed our final exams in 2011, then we proceeded to graduate officially in 2012. After we graduated, I was pretty much excited, I was really happy about, the graduation and everything, but just a little bit of a backdrop. I still wanted to study pharmacy then when I was in school, but, I tried and it wasn't coming true, so I just had to, complete biochemistry. And after we graduated, I remember I was super happy, I was excited as a fresh graduate, I was super excited about my future. I was excited, next thing was just to go and look for a job. Anyways, guys, I think they are working. My neighbors are doing some work in their house, so in case you're hearing some noise, please ignore it. So going forward, I graduated and we had, the convocation. I was so happy and I was pretty much excited. And the next thing was, after graduation in Nigeria, you proceed to NYSC. So NYSC basically means National Youth Service Corps. It's organized by this body called National Youth Service Corps. It's actually a one-year national service where you get to render service to your country basically. So I started NYSC in 2012 to 2013. That's the 1 year I completed it. I worked, or rather I served in a secondary school in Abuja, Nigeria. Abuja is actually the capital of Nigeria, and I worked in a secondary school as a biology teacher. So yeah, during the NYSC year, I remember I had a couple of my friends, my childhood friends basically, were all serving in Abuja. So we really enjoyed the town. We explored the town. It was a beautiful experience. I really enjoyed my service here. So after I finished the national service in 2013, and that was when the reality struck. After the national service, you're now expected to, start looking for a job. And I started looking for a job. I've completed the national service in March of 2013, and from March of 2013 to December of 2013, I was literally looking for a job. I was applying. At that time, I wanted to work in research, like in health research institute. That was what the idea I had about biochemistry, and that's the kind of place I really wanted to work. But the reality is that courses like biochemistry, microbiology, all these health related courses in Nigeria we really don't have like a career pathway for them. The thing is, a lot of people who studies this kind of courses end up working in unrelated fields, and I think that was exactly what happened to me. So after I finished, I was still looking for a job, and the job was not forthcoming. The kind of job I wanted, like health research institutes and all that, it was not really working out. So I think I was getting frustrated at some point, but the good thing is that I was living with my elder sister in Abuja, so I was not paying rent or anything like that. I was living for free basically, so that was the good part of it. So I kept looking for a job, and at a point I was like, what's the point of looking for a job related to what I studied when it's not coming forth? I think around June of that same 2013, I found this notification on Jobaman. Jobaman is actually a website where job applicants can actually search for jobs and get jobs. So I was using Jobaman at that time, and I remember one morning I got a notification about an organization located in Lagos that was training people for customer service and telemarketing and all that. So I decided to take up that training, since the job I really wanted at that time was not coming forth, and I was getting tired of I was getting frustrated about staying at home. So I took up that training. I traveled to Lagos, by the way. I took up that training in customer service, and after I completed the training, I remember I went on Twitter and I tweeted I tweeted about it, and I said, my name is Adi, and I just completed my NYSC. I'm a graduate. I finished a training in customer service and telemarketing. In case you have a job opportunity in your company, I'm very willing. I was very open to working in any sector at that time, because I was just tired of staying at home. So and I remember someone responded, and the person mentioned that in their company they actually had a vacancy. They were looking for like an admin person / a customer service person. So I remember I applied, and I was invited for the interview. I went for the interview, and the interview went well, and I got the job. So literally, I started my first official job in Lagos in 2014, January of 2014, because the interview was around December period, So I was expected to start work officially in January of 2014, and that was when I started the job. I worked in Lagos. If you know Lagos, I was living in a different area in Lagos, and my office was located in a totally different area. And Lagos is just a very populated city. There's lots of traffic. I remember then I would wake up around 3:30, leave the house around 4:30 in the morning, get to work around 8 a.m. and then by the close of work around 5:30 p.m. I leave work, and by the time I'll be getting home, it's around 10 p.m. around 9:30 10 p.m. every day. I did this for 3 months, but I just knew that this kind of life, it was not for me. I was literally drained. Guess what I did, guys? I just resigned. But looking back in retrospect, what I should have done at that time was, I should have been a little bit patient, saved up some money from the job and gotten an apartment closer to where I was working. But I was so drained. I just resigned. But before I resigned, I also got another job, which was like a marketing job for a pharmaceutical company. So basically I was supposed to be the representative for Abuja, but like I said, looking back in retrospect, I shouldn't have taken that job, because basically that company was new. They didn't really have an office in Abuja. They were not known. I was just the only rep or the representative for Abuja, so it was really difficult, getting sales. But anyways, I just wanted anything that would make me to leave Lagos at that time. I was open to it, so I took up this marketing job and I moved back to Abuja, and I was living with my sister. That job was actually the most I don't even want to talk about it or think about it right now. That was one of the most unfortunate and horrific job I've ever done. I won't be calling the names of this company anyways. So yeah, I remember sometimes from the same salary you're expected to take out transport. We're actually giving transport allowance every month, but the transport, the money we're giving for the allowance couldn't even cover the transport for the month. Do you get? So I was literally spending my salary on transport, because you have to go around, going to hospitals, pharmacies, trying to advertise these drugs. So anyways, this job didn't go well, and I can't remember how long I stayed there, but I just had to stop the work because it wasn't making sense anymore to me. And yeah, after I completed that job, that was, I was like wondering what next. So I became jobless again. I became jobless again in Abuja. So yeah, but the good thing, like I always say, I was living with my sister, and in case she's watching this, shout out to my big sister, Dr. Chidima, and her family. They were so kind to me. They were so nice to me. I was literally paying nothing. I was not paying for any bills. I was just living with her, and it's she really helped me in those periods to get. So yeah, after that, I think in 2015 I was also opportune to get another job in a telecom servicing company. Basically, the company had an application where they get to sell recharge cards to people. So yeah, that was where I worked. I was also in customer service and admin. The company was owned by Russians. I think it was owned by Russians, but as a new company, then they had a lot of challenge. And after 1 year or 1 year plus I worked there, they could not pay us salary, so they had to let us go, which I think they really did a good thing for us, rather than keeping us and not paying us. So they had to let most of their staff go at that time. And here again, I was back again, jobless in Abuja. After I left that particular job, that was when it dawned on me, like, I knew that I was doing these jobs, I was having these experiences, but I knew deep down in me, I really do want to go back to school. In fact, when I was at that job, I started applying to different universities. I remember I applied to about 2 universities in the UK. I applied for a master's in public health and master's in global health, I remember, but for some reasons, financial reasons, I couldn't go at that time. But anyways, after I left that job, I was like, is this how how unstable my life will be? I was really not happy. If you're close to me at that time, or if you're my friend and you're close to me at that time, you just know that I was really not happy with the whole unstable job situation. And also, I still feel like I really wanted to work in the health sector. I was not fulfilled. I was not really happy about how my life was going at the point. Things were just super unstable at that time. Being jobless, having it today, you have a job, tomorrow you don't have a job. It was pretty draining. I would say I was getting frustrated, and I was drained. Anyways, fast forward to 2016. Was it 2016? Yeah, I think at that point, 2016, I still got another job. But like I said, private companies and all that, things were just not stable. You're like, they employ you to be the program officer, you be the customer service. Like, I was doing basically a lot, and the salaries were also not so good or fantastic, I would say. And I just felt like I had a lot to offer. I was doing those jobs, but deep down in me, I knew I was not really satisfied and happy with how life was going. And yeah, from 2015, like I mentioned, I was still looking for ways to go back to school and all that. And to be honest with you, if you've watched some of my videos, you know that the Nigerian educational system it's not so stable. So deep down in me, I didn't really want to study in Nigeria. So fast forward to 2019. At this point, I was also, applying to other places, and I remember I even applied to US. I got an admission to study nursing in US, but for some reasons I couldn't go because I was denied my visa. Maybe I'm just going to make a whole different video regarding that. But anyways, in 2018 I didn't get the visa to study in the US, and I remember early 2019, at that time I was about to turn 30. I think I was in my late 20. I was 29 at that time, around January of 2019. I remember I was in a meeting with this lady. The idea for the meeting was for her to help me to get a job in a hospital setting, basically. And when this woman saw me, she just liked me for some reasons, and she was like, oh, Adi, there's this country called Philippines that you can actually try and apply there. She mentioned to me that she actually has a son studying there, and that her son was a second year medical student at that time. And she was like, oh, this country that, since I already have a first degree, that I can actually be admitted into the medical school or even nursing, because at that time I was also looking at nursing, since the nursing I applied for in the US didn't work out. I was looking for other alternatives. And she was like, oh, you can actually apply to this company is good. And then she gives me her son's contact. I messaged his son and we got talking. He explained the different pathways for me. He mentioned that, oh, since I already have a first degree in biochemistry, that I can actually be admitted to the medical school. So I decided, like, okay, this is good. Remember, I said that the main reason why I decided to go to school at that time was, one, I was not satisfied, I was not happy. Like, deep down within me, I knew I was not genuinely happy with my life. I was not what's the right word is fulfilled. I didn't feel that sense of fulfillment, and I felt like I could achieve more with my life. I was very much interested in the health sector. So yeah, in around March, I decided to apply. I sent my documents to him, and I applied, and I was able to get admission for medicine in Philippines. So basically, I would say that the main reason why I decided to go back to school was I wanted to be fulfilled. I wanted to achieve more with my life. I wasn't feeling happy. Yeah, it was a very tough decision for me in the first place, because at that age, you're expected to have been married, or maybe have kids, or as a career person, you're expected to have had a certain level of growth in your career. When I told my family that I wanted to go back to school to study medicine, they were excited about it, but for me it was really, really challenging. Of course, there are days where I wish, oh, maybe I was married, or there are days this kind of thoughts come to me. But to be honest with you, I've been so happy with my life. I started medical school precisely in 2019, and from 2019 to 2021, currently I'm about to enter my third year, and I would say that I've been really happy. Like, I don't know how to explain this. I feel this sense of fulfillment. Like, I've never really been happier in my life. I feel so happy, going through medical school, because this is something I really, really wanted to achieve with my life. So in case you're watching this and you're considering your age, you feel like you're too old to achieve your dreams, or you're too old to go back to school. The thing is, I remember my brother told me this. Now let me share this with you guys. In 4 years from now, you're going to be +4. Let's imagine you're already 30. In 4 years time, you're going to be 34. If you're 35 right now, in 4 years time, you're going to be 39. Assuming you're 24 right now, in 4 years time, you're going to be 28. So irrespective of your age, time will still come and time will still go. So it's very important that you do what you really want to do with your life. Don't think about, oh, you're too old. There is never an age that you will say that you're too old to achieve your dream. And I think that's actually what I wanted to bring out in this video. And subsequently, actually, this took me a while to share. I've actually made this video before, but for some reasons I just left it in my iPad and I never got to share it. Right now I feel like I am more I'm in a better space to talk about it openly in my channel, to encourage people that it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter. If you really want to achieve something, you can actually achieve it irrespective of your age. And then going forward, I'm going to be sharing about, you know, the different careers I had, you know, what I was doing before age 30 and all that. So if this is something you would like to watch, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out in any of these. Anyways, I think I'll be ending this video right now. I'll be ending this video here, and make sure to stick around. Thank you so much for watching to this time. If you have not subscribed, consider subscribing. Okay, yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.